Set that aside and wait, and then we'll go ahead and we'll replace this screen, okay? Y'all want to gather around for this part? So the only thing you'll need for this repair are two things. You'll need your screwdriver with pH 1, just like everything else, okay? And then we found that it's good for this is the tweezers that are curled, okay? That helps, because right here we have a little sticker tab on both sides that need to be removed, okay? So we'll use our tweezers to get down underneath of that sticker tab and pull it up. I'm gonna place everything right there so we don't lose it, okay? Again, I'm gonna get underneath that sticker tab. This is not easy to do, so don't get frustrated. There we go. It has an adhesive on the bottom, so. All right, once we get that off, we can put our tweezers away. I'm going to remove these screws. Once these screws are removed, I lied, we're going to need another tool. We want to use one of these tools here. I like this one out of this kit. I like this flat edge that this gives us. And just like when we were pulling off the back, we're going to get down in here and we're going to pull the opposite way that you think, okay? We're not going to go against, we're going to go pull back, okay? Because we're just trying to separate it. All right, so we're going to, just like this, all the way across. Separating as we go. This one is actually broken, as you can see, from where I dropped it. Once we get that done, we're going to pull back, separate, and get your fingers in here, go across. It'll pop off just like that. Place that aside. And as we do this, I'm gonna bring blue tape. Can you see if she has Scotch tape over there for me? Thanks. We're gonna open this up. We're gonna see that we actually have 4 screws holding the screen down. Okay. We're going to remove those 4 screws. Thank you, sir. There we go. Once all 4 screws are out, we're going to pick up the screen. Now, it's hard to see if y'all are way over there, but there is a cable running to the bottom of the screen and it sits kind of in between these plastic tabs. Okay, so we want to slowly lift it out of those and then twist it back, just like that. Okay? Once we twist it back, we'll look, we see there where the cable comes to the screen. There will be tape holding it down. And then then they got the metal clasp. So the first thing we want to do is we want to remove this tape. So we take our same tool and we get underneath of there. We kind of peel it back. No, you're fine. If you want to go to kind of karaoke, you're welcome to. Okay.
You've fixed screens before, so yeah, I think that's fine.
All right. So once we get it, we can just peel that back until we reveal the connection. Okay. Now, come in here, for those who have not done this yet. I want you to see this, okay? Where the connection goes in, you'll see it's held in with like this little clasp here, okay? That clasp will pop right up, just like that. And that's what holds it in place. It keeps it from sliding back out, okay, while it's in use. So we're gonna remove it just like that, okay? And then this is free to be discarded. We're gonna take our new screen out of the bag. See, our new screen looks very pretty, very clean. It has a film on it that we're gonna need to pull up, but we're not gonna do that yet, okay? We're gonna place it down, and holding the tape and the clasp, we're gonna line it up, okay? And we're gonna use the clasp to kind of put a little bit of pressure to get it all the way seated in there. And then we're gonna push that down. If you feel like you're not sure if it's down the way, you can just check it. Make sure it's down the way. We're gonna take our tape, and we're gonna put it back. Then we're gonna grab blue tape, which we have at the desk. We're gonna rip off a piece, and we're gonna cover it. This does two things. First thing it does is it helps that stay in place so that it doesn't come back up. The second thing it does is it allows us to immediately see, as soon as we turn this over, this has been replaced once before, okay? We need to know if a student has done this before, if it becomes a continuous thing. Admins may need to talk to them, say, hey, this is how you need to take care of your machine, be careful, that sort of thing, okay? So once that's in place, we're gonna take it and we're gonna flip it back over, place it down to where it lines up, and we're going to get this wire back in the grooves that it was before. So we want that to lay in there nice, like it was, all right? And then from there, we just do the exact opposite. Putting everything back in. If you do not own one of these, I recommend it.
He's advertising for Craftsman.
This thing is amazing.
Paid endorsement.
I wish. They could absolutely endorse me. All right, once we have it tightened down and in place, oh, now this thing is dead. We want to cut it on before we put everything else back on. We want to confirm that it is working and that we have fixed the machine, okay? We don't want to go any further than this because there's a lot to take off. Okay, you can even do this before you put those screws in. It doesn't matter, but just as long as it's sitting over, back is like this, and we want to check to make sure it's working, okay? Once we've confirmed that it is indeed working, and we have those in, we want to remove the film, all right? And everybody loves doing this. It's a lot of fun, very satisfying. Pull that off and then give her a fold, and that goes into the trash, okay? Now from this point on, if you touch it, you're gonna put a mark on that screen, all right? So you're gonna want to be very careful not to touch that screen. I don't know if anyone's OCD, but I hate it when I do that. So we're gonna put this back on, placing it down flat, and just giving it a little bit of a push. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna line it up to where we can now pop it into place, okay? Now, I haven't touched this middle yet. I did the corners, then I'm gonna go up the side, just like that. I'm gonna get the sides all nice and flat, and then I'm gonna work the top. And you will see, once we start doing the top, it will bevel, but as you pop it into place, it will line up, okay? So go out and take a look at it, go down, and then once we get there, we can run a finger along, try to place that down, give it a close, and then you can look at it this way, because from the other side it looks fine, but from this way, you can actually, there's a little bit here that's separated. And what I'm gonna do there is you can take a tool like this, or, that's what I like to do, is I like to use this pair of tweezers. It's not sharp at all, and it's actually the right width, and you can stick that in there and just go along and pop that into place, just like that, okay? This one typically doesn't have a cover on it. For some reason, this one does. So we're just gonna put the cover back on anyway. All right, always put your tools back. And we're gonna open it back up. Notice before when I opened it, it wouldn't really open all the way very well. I'm gonna make sure those popped in there together. And then we just need to put these 2 screws back in. Notice how easy it is for me to get all my screws because it's in here and not laying on the table. Okay. Now, after that's done, these have adhesive on them, so you can just take it, just touch the adhesive, place it down over the hole, put it down. Okay. Over the hole, place it down, finger. Nice and solid. Close it. Put your tools away. This part's very important because we don't want to leave a mess at the table for the next person, right? All right, tools away. We're gonna take this screen. We're gonna place it back in the old bag. Not really caring if it's folded, if it's not, whatever, it's not a big deal to us, okay? It's going back. We're gonna then place it into the box that it came in. Inside of that box are 2 things. One's gonna be an inventory package list, which I did not bring. And the other is gonna be a second return label, okay? We're gonna hit the return label off. Place it directly over, just like that, okay? And then we would tape up the end. We're not gonna do that now because this is actually for a motherboard that I have to replace. All right, once that is all done, then you can sign down here saying that you have repaired the ticket, okay? And it's not really signature, but your initials, okay? Saying that you repaired that ticket. Now in the past, I've done rewards for students that have done their most repaired orders, but not really sure how it's gonna go this year, being as we're just not going back, so we're not gonna be doing that. But it will allow me to see who has done the most repaired tickets, and that'll come to help to decide, not really decide, but I can use that to influence, say, hey, this student has done really well in the WASP squad. You can see they've done all these tickets.